supervisor at the Edmonton Garrison Fitness Center, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about foam rolling. Foam rolling is a type of myofascial release in which the pressure is applied to certain body areas to really just relieve some pain and actually limit some tension. So it limits soreness and tightness, increasing the blood flow and flexibility in your body, which is fantastic. When the muscles are really tight, injuries and tears are more likely to occur, so this is really a way to just go and be proactive to prevent any injuries from happening. As an athletic therapist, I find foam rolling really beneficial for some of my athletes, being able to teach them some techniques that they can do to help their own performance. It's a huge effect, so it's not just us that are training them, they're actually learning how to work with their own bodies, and that's really what I want to show you guys as well. It's not just for athletes. Foam rolling is basically like a type of self-massage that allows you to alleviate tightness or trigger points, or even those muscle knots that you would have heard of. So I want to show you guys some foam rolling techniques so that you can use it to get closer to your own fitness goals. All you really need is a low to medium density foam roller or some open floor space. If you don't have a foam roller, don't worry. You can actually make one out of like a large can and just a small face cloth and then tape it around or wrap it around so that it's a little bit easier, but you still have that sturdiness. I even have a lacrosse ball that you can use, or a tennis ball, something smaller size but still like has that hardness. You don't want it too hard, of course, because it will have more pressure on your body, but that tennis ball will have a nice give to it, so it's a great object to have. And to complete the routine that I'm going to show you around 3 times per week. You really do this anytime, but I recommend before workouts as a warm-up, or even after workouts to prevent some soreness from happening. So here we go. For today, we are going to be focusing on the posterior chain because a lot of people during this quarantine are finding themselves sitting a lot more and even using their computer or phones more. So if you're sitting down a lot, especially in that forward head posture that most people have whenever they're using their phone or their computer, then your posterior chain tends to get very tight. So today we're going to be working on our upper back, our mid and lower back, hamstrings, and I'll even touch on the IT band and then get into our calves. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at the hamstrings. We're going to start by sitting on the floor with your legs extended. This time the position on the foam roller is underneath your hamstrings. Lift your body up so that your weight is resting on the foam roller and begin to slowly roll up and down between the back of your knees and your glutes. Linger on the tender spots and roll for at least 30 seconds overall. When rolling a cold muscle, so foam rolling before you have even warmed up, you want to ease into it with a softer pressure at first. If you're moving the foam roller too aggressively over the cold muscle, then it can damage the muscle tissue and make the aches and pains even worse. So you'll want to avoid rolling too fast over each section, as there's usually not enough pressure if you do go too fast. So for 30 seconds, pull the muscle over the roller and apply consistent pressure. Then spend another 30 seconds to 1 minute in dynamic pressure, exploring all the fascia. Next, we're going to be moving on to our calves. So you're going to start by sitting on the floor again with your legs extended. The foam roller is positioned underneath your calves. Lift your body up so that the weight is resting on the foam roller. Cross your left leg over the right for extra pressure. Begin to slowly roll your right calf back and forth on the foam roller, navigating your body forward and backward with your arms. Complete for 30 seconds and then switch legs and focus on your left calf. It may take a while for your muscles to actually relax. I prefer that slower to medium speed as I find it more effective at releasing the tension without causing excess strain. Also, not all the area of the bodies are equal. Some muscles have trigger points or get tighter than others. Using the same pressure for every spot isn't ideal. It's tough to know what the pressure is best to use. It shouldn't feel comfortable when you're rolling, especially when hitting the trigger points. If you're feeling no discomfort, your pressure is probably too light. But if you start to feel excruciating pain, you're going to want to pull back. Mild discomfort with steady pressure is to be expected. Apply your pressure accordingly, and remember the body is going to tell you what it needs. To create more pressure on the foam roller, you are going to want to apply more weight to that area. Fascias run in all directions, so you also want to make sure that you're going to cover all different directions as you're foam rolling. We're going to move into our IT band. The IT band is actually a really thick band of ligament that cannot be expressed or loosened. So if you have a really tight IT band, instead of focus on your glute rolling and your quads as well as around the knee. For the low back and mid back, it's really important that you don't actually use a full foam roller. The low back issues are more related to your mid-thoracic region, so your mid back, and your hips rather than your low back. We already went over the hamstrings and glutes, so I'm going to show you now how to complete your mid back. Opt for the tennis ball instead of the foam roller for your low and mid back to avoid any kind of injury. Some people enjoy using a tennis ball to go deeper into more specific smaller areas, exactly how I showed you with the glutes. I like to recommend placing 2 tennis balls in a sock and keep the tennis balls in place on either side of the spine in the muscle as to not damage or press on the vertebrae. Move your arms in a flexion and extension around 10 times in each spot, and then you can further move the ball up. For your lats, begin by lying on your back at a 45-degree angle with the foam roller positioned underneath your right lat. Keep your right leg straight and bend your left leg into a comfortable position. Slowly start to roll your right armpit down your mid-back area, focusing on the tender areas. Again, repeat for 30 seconds, switch and roll onto your left lat. You can also do this in a sleeper stretch, so putting your arm into a 90-degree angle in front of your body, and you then slowly want to internally and externally move your arm. The last one that we're going to do, you also have to be very careful with. We are going to look at the neck. Rest your neck on the 2 tennis balls at the top where it connects to your head. Slowly turn your head to the right, holding where you feel a tightness. Exhale and turn your head to the left. Repeat for 30 seconds. For this one, it's very important that afterwards you actually take a deep breath and slowly get up. You don't want to ever rush this movement just because there's so many vital arteries around this area that if you're composing any, you may feel dizzy.
So that's it for foam rolling with me today. If you guys have any questions about it, then please go and send us a message and I'll do my best to answer. Otherwise, I hope you guys try it out. Keep being active and I hope to see you guys soon.